Hey y'all, this is George Cook at African American Reports. Several times over the last few weeks, Donald Trump has threatened to send National Guard troops into Baltimore. Wes Moore asked Donald Trump to come to Baltimore and walk with him through the streets to see how much they had reduced violent crime in response. This, for some reason, pissed off Donald Trump, and he went in even harder on Wes Moore. Wes Moore was on CBS's Face the Nation today, and he fired back at Donald Trump. Watch this, y'all.
The year before I became the governor, in 2022, Baltimore was averaging almost a homicide a day. And I came in and I said, I refuse to be a governor who just offers thoughts and prayers to this situation. So we said, we're actually going to work in partnership with Mayor Scott, work in partnership with local elected officials, work in partnership with local law enforcement. We made the largest investments in local law enforcement in our state's history, over $50 million going to Baltimore City alone.
That came from federal money.
That came from both federal and state money. And also, Maryland became one of the only states that actually helps to fund the U.S. attorney out of balance sheet, taking many of those gun crimes and actually turning them into federal charges. And the results have been incredibly encouraging, where Maryland's had amongst the fastest drops in violent crime of anywhere in the United States in the past 2.5 years. Yeah. The homicide rate in Maryland is down over 20% since I have been the governor. And the last time the homicide rate was this low in Baltimore City, I was not born yet. And so the reason that I've asked the president to come and join us is because he seems to enjoy living in this blissful ignorance, these tropes and these 1980 scare tactics. And, just last week I was in Baltimore and I was with a group called We Are Us, who's a violence intervention group. And they say, we're all we got. We're all we need. And that's exactly how people in this community feel. Because while the president is spending his time from the Oval Office making jabs and attacks at us, there are people actually on the ground doing the work who know what supports would actually work to continue to bring down crime, but it's falling on deaf ears of the president of the United States.
You're talking.
Now, being a governor, Wes Moore has to be politically correct and be polite. I don't. So I'm going to translate what Governor Wes Moore said. He said that Donald Trump is ignorant as hell. He needs to get his head out of his ass and actually come to Baltimore and see what's going on and see what the people are doing before he does anything. All right, y'all. Goodbye and God bless.